Okay, so in this subject, we are going to talk about how to avoid getting your Google Ads, how to avoid Google Ads account suspension. Okay, let me first tell you, this is not uh, like I'm not talking theory here. I'm not going to talk theory in this particular video. Every point that I'm going to lay out on this notepad is based on experience, not just mine, but experience from my other students and from all the other people, from my own research. After talking with the Google Ads representatives, uh, uh, so I had a 2-hour call with a direct Google Ads representative. Then apart from that, some other good marketers who had a conversation with the Google ad representatives from USA. Uh, they also told these points. So I'm going to lay out those points. Okay. And if you follow these points, you can avoid getting your Google Ads account suspended. Okay. I'm going to give a reason for every point on why. Okay. Because sometimes when I'm going to put a point here, you might feel that this looks weird, but I'll put a reason for that. So first of all, let's say if you created one offer, okay, on your Google Ads account, and if it started running, okay, and maybe let's say it also started giving you sales, right? So what happens is, as soon as you put up an offer, every website goes in review, right? This review thing is something which is done by bots. Okay, bots. It's not by a human. Now, what happens is these bots are, designed very strictly, and if they find any kind of error, okay, that is coming due to your web hosting, or like that is coming due to your due to some plugins in your website, okay, if that error is coming due to your SSL certificate, okay, or maybe if it's coming due to an image that is not loading, maybe, or maybe the image not loading image, or maybe it is coming due to some fonts that is not loading up on Google site. So what it is going to give you is, it might give you a policy error, like some of the policies that are kind of mysterious to advertisers are uh, policy 1, which is uh, destination link not working. Okay, destination link not working. Now this policy can lead to a second policy, which would be uh, circumventing systems. Okay, circumventing systems. Now if this policy happens, okay, what's going to happen is Google is going to suspend your account. Okay, this is the most worst policy to happen. But if you read the policy instructions of Google for circumventing systems, it Google says that if you try to play smart with Google's bots, that is what is called a circumventing system. Like maybe if you're trying to run an ad, if you're trying to create if you've added some kind of scripts that are trying to bypass the Google automatic review process, or if you're trying to add some kinds of bots or some kinds of pop-ups that Google does not like, right? So one or the other way, if you're trying to play smart with Google systems, so that's what circumventing is, and that's what Google has laid out. But obviously, when we are doing everything right, okay, the way which we have learned, the right way of doing it, right, and we still get hit by this policy, and we feel like I did not play with the Google Ads So I did not try to play smart with Google Ad systems, right? Why is it giving me this? So this is a mystery. Circumventing system is a big mystery. Even if you read, I personally read over 50 articles on circumventing systems, didn't find any solution on that. Everybody says it's a mystery, right? Destination link not working. This is still a mystery for people. Okay, but because I was reluctant on letting it to be a mystery and I wanted to find a solution, I was able to crack the code for why Google might, reject your website. Okay, and I have taken screenshots for that. Now let me jump to this. Now, Google Search Console is a free tool provided by Google. Okay. Now, this actually shows you the health of your website, and the internal tools of Google are similar like the Search Console. So let's say if Google Search Console is showing your website's health is bad or it's infected or something is not working, chances are that Google will not approve your website. Okay, because what I've done, the way I have tested it is, what I did was I tested my website on Google Search Console, and it gave me these errors. Like if you see here, page resources on the right hand side, do you see this? On the right hand side, page resources, out of 33 resources, 20 could not be loaded. Okay, other thing it's saying is page is not mobile friendly, which says the text is too small, clickable elements too close together. Okay, now when I click this particular button which says page resources not loaded, okay, let me pull up the other screenshot. I saw these particular things. Now if you look, obviously this is kind of code, but I'll try to explain what this means here. Okay, so this means that Elementor assets front end, I don't know what this means, but some of the resources that are created by Elementor, Google is not able to load them. Okay, and animations, like some of the animation images, maybe the buttons, the fonts or something like that, Google is not able to load them on a cell phone. Okay, the website seems to be working. Now I tested this website, it was working perfectly fine on my end, on my cell phone, everywhere. But what Google does is it checks this particular thing on their own Google smartphone. Okay, now if it does not comply with their own smartphone bot or whatever it is, right, it gives you these errors. Okay, now we're going to run a live test in front of you. Okay, so the first, so what I emphasize here is, if you want to be sure that your website should get approved, the first thing, step before even creating the ad, I'm getting some kind of noise from your end. It's like some engine or what?
Yeah, it's a cooler fun. Wait, I'll remove it. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool. So so step one, what I have made some steps to avoid, because most of the times your account gets suspended because of your website. Okay, and this circumventing systems comes because of your website. So what I have started doing is, step one, when I have created my website, I first check it on Google Search Console. Okay, console. And you just need to go type in, if you want to go to Google Search Console, you can just go to google.com and just type Google Search Console. And if you're logged in with that particular Gmail on which you have your Google Ads account, it would open up. So just, if you type your Google Search Console, so make sure you're logged in with whatever email you are with which you have your Google Ads account. And as soon as you type this, you will get this tool. Okay, you will get this tool, and then when you click this button, this thing will come up. Okay, now you need to verify that you own that domain. Okay, now I'm not going to get into that part on how to verify it. It's very simple, right? If you get confused at that part, you can send me a message. You just verify it via going to your DNS zone editor. Now let me just run a quick test. Okay, so this is one of the website. Okay, one of the domains. So
my domain is attached to the builder hole.
yeah, that's okay. Builder all is not giving any errors. You know, that's what I have found. WordPress was giving errors. Now this particular domain is attached to builder all. Okay, so I'm going to run the test here in front of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here and I'm going to type this domain https getclaritox.com. And while this is loading, let me jump onto the notepad and tell you a couple of things. See, whenever you create a website, okay, and when you activate an SSL certificate on it, it could be from anywhere. If you are activating the SSL on WordPress, okay, or if you are activating the SSL on any other page builder like Builderall, okay, whatever. This SSL takes at least 72 hours for the spread to happen in all continents, okay, continents. So make this write this down in your best practices notepad, that after you've created your complete website, your complete landing page, after you've installed the SSL, let it cool down for at least 5 days. Okay, start running the ads after 5 days. Okay, now another thing is, after 5 days, don't just put it in your ad manager, Google Ad Manager. First test it on the Google Search Console, okay, for the website health. Okay, console. Okay, now let's just go back here. Now you see this test has been completed. Now if you see, it says index page is mobile friendly. Okay, all the check marks are green. Okay, so if I click here, crawled successfully. When I click here, if I click view crawled page, and if I click the screenshot, okay, we need to click the test live URL, but let's say if you see here page resources NA, so we need to run test live URL. Okay, so you always need to, after you type the URL here, you just need to click this button, test live URL. Okay, that's the final step. So then you will be able to see if your URL, live URL, has any errors. Okay, now while this is loading, let's just go back. Okay, so once you've tested on the Search Console, and once you have all the green check marks, what you're going to do next is you are going to take a screenshot of that. Okay, and then you're going to contact the Google Chat support. Okay, live chat support, Google live chat.
You have a live chat support for that?
Sorry?
You have a live chat
yes,
support for Google?
Obviously, if you if you go into your Google Ads account, you let me show you how you can access the live chat support. So let's just go to,
because I tried several times last time. I did not get it.
No, they are available, you know, for 9 hours a day, like between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. It's even easily accessible in India as well. Now you see, I've just this test has been completed. Now if I click this button, it says the test was run on a Google bot smartphone. Crawl allowed, yes. Page fetch successful. Indexing allowed, yes. HTTP response. Now if I click view tested page, and if I click screenshot, this is how the page looks like. If I click more info, you see all resources were loaded, and this particular page is running fine on Google Ads. Okay, it didn't give me these issues. So once you see this, all resources were loaded, that means you are good. Okay, you're getting my point, right?
Yeah.
200. Okay, So now, once you see this thing, you're going to take a whole screenshot of this. Make sure the domain is available. Domain is clearly visible in your screenshot. Okay, and then you are going to contact the Google Live Chat support and send them this screen, and then tell them, I want you to check my. I want you to review my website. Review my website before I place the ads. Okay, you need to make it clear, because the first question they will ask is, okay, which campaign, what is the name of the campaign in your Google Ads, right? So you need to tell them that the campaign is not in my Google Ads. I want you to review my website before I place the ads to make sure if it is compliant and if there are no malware or malicious software in it. Yep. Another thing, policy number 3, okay, which is mysterious, is the malicious software. Malicious software, like if you see these kinds of errors here, okay, the ones I showed you, that resources not loading, it is going to give you either destination link not working or maybe malicious software. So they are technically, putting a blame on us that our website has virus in it, or maybe we've installed some kind of bad software. But we've not done that. We know that, but it's coming because of these resources not loading. Okay, now and if it keeps coming again, then again, if you try to appeal and you don't fix this, then if you keep appealing again and again without fixing, then it would trigger the other policy circumventing systems, right? And then and there, your account getting suspended might occur. Okay, so you see there's a phone number as well, like you can even call on this phone number, but best is to contact via live chat. So okay, let's go here. Okay, while this is loading, let me tell you other reason of getting suspended. Okay, see, creating too many ads, creating too many campaigns simultaneously. Okay, because every time you create a campaign, you are triggering a review. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right. And if something goes wrong in that review, you are giving a chance to Google to suspend your account. Okay, like in my case, I started with one offer. Okay, I didn't create a second campaign until I started getting sales with that offer. Okay, because I researched and planned everything. I just like the way we do, right? So I started getting initial sales, and then I was confident that this is going to work better because this is giving me sales. I was in profit in the first 2 to 3 sales. So I didn't create a second campaign until I spent $500. Okay, in it. So this is important. Okay, once you reach $1,000 mark, once you spend $1,000, there are chances that you might get a dedicated account manager. Okay, account manager who can look after your account. But even if you don't get a dedicated account manager, you can pretty much go to your ad account. So right now, if you see, I have 4 ad accounts in my Google. All are in good health. Okay, account number 1, this is an INR USD. I'm yet to put my billing address in this. Account number 3 is USD. Okay, and all of these are connected to the same payment gateway, same payment profile. Okay, same credit card, I mean. So let's see.
How do you do that?
Well, you can create up to 20 Google Ads accounts in one single Gmail, in one single Gmail profile.
Yeah.
But let's say if your account is suspended, then I don't know if I think you should use another Gmail to create a new account. Okay, And one of my account even got suspended due to circumventing systems policy. But I appealed. There was an appeal option that was coming just on the ads section where it said circumventing systems. It said contact support or contact appeal. When I appealed, I got my account back in about 10 days. And my appeal was not like I actually detailed everything. My appeal was like an essay. And I wrote everything what I did. I told them that my website was on WordPress. This was the domain. And on this date, I created the campaign. It ran for some time, but it did not, this policy got triggered first. So I told everything in super detail that happened, because they say in that appeal section that please be detailed as much as you're possible. So if you write almost at least 1000 words of appeal or 1500 words of appeal, detailing everything with proper dates, you are definitely going there are 90% chances that you will get your account back. Okay, now here when you click this help section, okay, you see get help here, right? So if I click this button, so this is where the live chat support section comes up. Ask, okay, hang on. Contact us here. There you go. Contact us. So you need to click contact us in the help section, and you would be able to see the options to get in touch with them. Okay, now you won't get these options if your account is suspended. Okay, maybe there are chances that you might not get a live chat if your account is suspended. But if your account is not suspended, you will be able to access the live chat. So let's say if I click here, okay, landing page review, okay, click next. Request ad review, account suspension, something else, request ad review, okay. Or I'll just select help me optimize, okay. You can see if you have an account suspension option appearing in your help section, okay. Click this button, then when I click next step, you see right now only the email option is there. But if I click hours of operation, but I see these buttons, get a call and chat. So as long as you see these buttons, that means you have the option. It's just not the right time for office hours. Now if I see here, I can get in touch with these people on call between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on live chat between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's India time. Okay. So yeah. So these are the things. Now, secondly, the Google accounts rep has told me, like, I was very serious with them, just like we always are when it comes to account suspension. So I wanted to make sure that my account gets never suspended. So I asked them, what shall I do so that my account gets never suspended? So she told me, one offer per ad account. That means one offer, or let's say one website / domain per ad account. Now, there's no such policy in Google Ads that says you cannot use more than one domain in Google Ads account. And this was told to me by the rep herself. Okay. But when I asked her the reason why, so she told me that, see, if you create, let's say if you have one offer right now which is running good, okay, running good, okay. Now if you try to create a second, if you try to run a second domain, okay, if you try to run a second domain in the same account, okay, in the same account, and if something goes wrong in the review process, maybe destination link not working, or maybe if it triggers any Google policy, because every time you create a new campaign with a new domain, every time you create a new campaign with a new website, Google crawlers go and check that website upside down, okay. And if those crawlers find anything and trigger any policy, okay, you might lose that account, okay, which means that if that previous offer was running good, you would lose that as well. And if that account gets suspended, so that means that you can't use this domain which was in good health, okay, good health with that account, okay, because now every domain on that suspended account is flagged, okay. So if let's say when you create, if your previous account is suspended, so if you create a new Google ad account, do not use the previous domain, okay, on the new account, otherwise it will immediately get suspended, okay. So then I asked her, like, how many Google Ads accounts can I create in the same, under the same Gmail profile? She said you can create up to 20 ad accounts, okay, okay. Now here's the thing, see, I had a call with Mark, right, Mark Whiteley.
Yeah.
He told me that, like, he actually showed me his what Google Ads account, okay, and then he showed me that for the last 6 to 8 months he was just running 2 offers, and those 2 offers were generating him a revenue of $1,000 per week, okay. So that means one good offer is enough to give you a good number of sales. You know, you just need to learn to optimize it based on keywords, based on locations, countries, and different things. You getting my point?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, so that means that and see, one important thing, these points should be noted. Once you spend a good deal of money on that account, okay, then if you want to create a second offer, Google is okay, there's no such policy that you cannot use any other domain, right? But you should be very confident on the second domain, okay. Now how you can be confident? By following this method, the Google Search Console method, the one I showed you. Where was it? Yep. Where did I write it? Yep, here, okay. Whenever you create a new domain and upload your website and landing page, let it cool down for 5 days, then test it on the Google Search Console. Once you get all the green check marks, take a screenshot of that, contact the Google Live chat support, and then tell them I want you to review my website before I place the ads. Then give them that domain link, okay, and they will tell you if your website, they will tell you your website is clean, okay. If they say these words, your website is clean, it's clean, okay. Because I did the same thing before creating ads for this particular domain, okay, and they said it's clean, and when I created ads, everything was fine. But some time back, I created an ad for some other website that was on WordPress, and it got my account suspended. Then I contacted the Google support. They gave me my account back, but I was kind of scared of creating that ad again. Now, one thing that I did right was the account that got suspended was a new account. Okay, it was not the account on which I spent over 500 or $1,000. Okay, it was a second account because this Google rep told me, if you're running a second offer, do it on the second account. Okay, so I followed that, because if I would have used that particular website on my previous account, I would have lost my other account that was generating sales. So I created that. As soon as I created that website, I got hit by the policy number 1, destination link not working. Okay, then the biggest mistake, like the mistake that I did, was I created the website, activated the SL the same night, and the same night I put my ads live. I didn't even give it even 24 hours of time for the spread to happen, which led me to the policy destination link not working. Okay, but everything was working on my end, but that does not mean that it is working in other continents. Okay, I learned it the hard way. Then after 3 to 4 days, I just got a notification that your ad is approved and your ads are now running. And I was like, okay, good news. Google, because I forgot to pause my ad when it told me your ad is disapproved due to the destination link not working. I forgot to click that pause button. That's one important thing I was missing. Whenever if anything triggers the policy, make sure you go back and pause that ad, because if you don't do that, Google's crawlers will keep checking it again and again. Okay, now the first policy was not that bad. Okay, but because I forgot to pause it, after 3 days, maybe my SSL certificate spread happened, my domain propagation spread happened after 3 or 4 days, and my ad got approved. I got 7 clicks, and exactly after 2 hours of getting approved, I was hit by circumventing systems, and my account got suspended. Yep, I was hit by circumventing systems and malicious software. Then I appealed, got my account back. Then I got in touch with the Google support. I talked with them, and I sent them I wanted to run that ad again, but I wanted to make sure if my website is clean. So I sent that domain to them, and they checked it, and they said that this domain is not clean. Then I asked, what is it? Can you send me what is not clean in that? So what he did was he sent me these links, these kinds of links. So I was like, what the hell? Then he told me these links are infected, and I was like, infected? So I was not sure. Then I asked him, where did you check it? So he's told that I checked it in our internal tools. So then I asked him, is there a way where I can check? So he told me that you can check your website health on Google Search Console. Okay, because I'm a software developer, so if I get a hint, I'm able to pick up things on my own. So then I came to the Search Console, started digging deep. Then I ran that same website in this section, and I got the same links that the Google reps sent me and told me that these are infected. But what I found was he did not tell me that these links are not loading. He just told me they're infected, because even he didn't know what to say, right? So those were not infected. It was this, those were not loading. So and the other website, then I checked the other website, which came up clean, which was on Builderall. And then I sent him that website and told him, please check this one as well. It was showing clean in my Google Search Console, and it showed clean to him as well. Are you getting my point? So
Yeah, yeah.
based on these split testing and analysis, if you ask me, I am very confident now that I would never lose any Google Ads account, because I'm not going to create a second campaign on the account like that is running in good standing. Okay. And yeah, so and let's say if I choose to create a second campaign, I am going to follow, like newbies might feel, or someone who's starting might feel this is too much work. Website, SSL, wait for 5 days, test on Google Search Console. Then when you get the green check marks, like Google tells you about the results in 5 minutes. So this is okay. Then contact the Google live chat support. It feels like too much work, but trust me, it's not. You are
But
saving
if you are
yourself from
using
the,
subdomain,
sorry?
if you are using subdomain,
Well, uh, just check it on your
suppose
Google
you
Search
have
Console. If you are using a subdomain,
now, if you are using subdomain, can you do two campaign at the same time? Or suppose you have your like your site get Claritox, right? .com.
yes. Mhm.
You have one, let's say health A get Claritox
Mhm.
slash get Claritox, and the other one is health B slash get Claritox. Does this count in two domains or one or two websites?
The second, so you're saying offer one is Claritox and offer two is something else on the same domain.
Same domain.
Okay. Based on that, maybe,
It's a general domain.
yep, a subdomain, right?
Yeah.
Same domain with a subdomain, right? So
Yeah.
in that case, again, same thing applies. You just have to check that subdomain if everything, if it's coming clean, okay, and follow these instructions for that domain as well. Okay, because see, if you are running a second offer, like let's say offer one in this case, let's say is Claritox. Okay, offer one is Claritox, and this came up clean. Okay, now offer two is on the same subdomain. Okay, but this is some other offer, max box, let's say. This is the name of the offer,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Okay, I'm just taking an example here. This word does not mean anything. So now in this case, Google is going to check if your headlines are clean. Okay, if your copywriting is clean. Okay, it is going to check if you're not making any claims. Okay, so what happens is it's going to check all the copywriting, but when you send this second domain to the chat support, okay, they're going to check the claims and everything. So let me just open up this domain, get Claritox, and tell you some of the things that the Google rep told me. On the malicious software thing, she told me that, okay, your website is good. It does not have any malicious software. Okay. But she told me whenever you promote health offers with Google Ads, though there are hundreds or maybe thousands of advertisers promoting health offers 24/7 on Google Ads, but she said this comes under the gray area for Google Ads. Okay, so as long as you're following a proven method and not making any claims, okay, like you can't say lose 10, as long as you are not making any kind of claims like lose 10 pounds in 5 days, unrealistic, right? Or maybe lose 10 pounds in 10 days, very unrealistic, right? Or maybe another claim could be make $10,000 in 1 week or 10 days or 30 days, unrealistic, right? Okay, so they check these things on your website. The bots have been designed to check those keywords, right? But you will get a policy trigger based on that. Let's say if you're making any claims, you will get a policy trigger which would say unrealistic claims or something like that. Okay. So that's why it's best that you run your subdomain with the Google representative, Google chat support. So what he does is he's going to look at your page and he's going to see if there are no claims in it. Okay, because the rep actually told me, okay, this is good, this is good. Then she told me, okay, health comes under gray areas. But if you you need to tell people that we don't guarantee anything. Okay, so you need to have something like this. You should not use this information as a substitute. You This information is as a substitute for help from a licensed professional. Individual results will vary. Okay, so results will vary. Okay, so and take a help of a licensed health professional. So we are making it clear that we are not guaranteeing the results that are being mentioned here. You getting my point? Okay, the FAQ should always be there. FAQ gives them, you know, like is a complete picture to the visitor on what it's about. Okay, so and you should always, like, let's say this thing should always be there if you're promoting health related products. This is stuff. Okay, this whole stuff at the bottom. Okay. Again, terms, contact us, returns and refund, privacy policy, this should be there. Another thing is, like, as of this domain, if I click terms, this goes to the terms from the vendor. Okay, it is not on my domain, these terms. Okay, now so far I have not faced any issue with putting the links from the vendor's website and attaching them to my landing page, because this says claritex.com. Okay, but my domain is getclaritox. So one or the other way, this comes under gray area for Google Ads. So far I have not faced any issue, but if you ask me best practices, it's good that you put these things, okay, under your own domain. Like, create a page, these pages on your own domain, okay, and put that. Okay, if you ask me, I have successfully I have personally run more than 2 offers successfully, in fact 3 offers successfully, and I am using the vendor's terms and privacy policy links on my domain. Didn't face any issue, but whatever the Google rep has told me based on the terms and conditions, that's what I'm communicating with you. You getting my point?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So that's how it is.
Yeah. Can you show me in one Gmail how you create several Google Ads account?
Sure. So what you need to do is, let's say right now, okay, let's jump to my Google Ads account here. So let's say right now this is the Google Ads account, okay, under this email. So what I'm going to do is, okay, this pop-up is taking some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this picture of mine. Okay, it's taking some time to load. Hang on. Yep, there you go. Now I'm going to click add new account. You see this new account here?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to click this button, new account. Now it will say, want to create a new Google Ads account. You're about to create a new Google Ads account. You can create multiple campaigns in the same account without creating a new account. Now I didn't put my attention on this part, but it's saying you can create multiple campaigns in the same account without creating a new account. It's saying campaigns. So technically it means campaigns from the same domain. Okay, because Google rep,
same domain.
Yep, Google rep told, because when asked by the Google rep other domains, so she told every domain should have a new account. Okay, so So don't get confused with that, because I had a debate actually. I had a 20 minutes debate on this part, okay, with the Google rep. So click create new account.
And in this one, if one account gets suspended, the others will still keep working, right?
For me, it was working. Like my second account got suspended, but I was kind of scared that I might get another email tomorrow that my other account is suspended, but it didn't happen. But I was very fast in making an appeal. Now, whenever your ad account gets suspended, you should quickly make an appeal within less than 48 hours, I would say. Okay. Like they say you should contact in within 5 days, but I would say file an appeal using their same method, that because they give you an option to contact support. Okay, whenever your account gets suspended, contact support, because they know, like even Google reps were telling me that account suspensions happen by the bots. So you should always reach out to the support desk once your account gets suspended, and give them all the details what happened, and they will give you your account back. Now I got my account back the same way. Now you see this account has been created. You see I've got another customer ID here. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says to promote your business profile, blah blah blah. Switch to expert mode. So I'll click switch to expert mode here. But this is a question of debate, that why do we need new Google Ads account? But I figured out that debate in one single line. If you put multiple domains, different domains, Google will crawl every domain, and if they find something on another domain, you will lose the previous domain as
The
well.
whole is problem.
Yep. So create an account without a campaign. So I'll click this button here. And now it's showing me the billing address, right? So I'm not going to add any billing. I'll keep it as it is, but my account has been created. Now, if I click this button here, you see the last four numbers are 2778. Now, if I click this button here, you would see setup in progress 2778. Okay.
Wait, I will send you a site, because when my account got blocked, I tried to make some research, and I came across this one. And I was about to test it, but okay. Got it? Yeah. On this one, you can open it on your screen.
It's coming up.
Yeah. I see it's quite interesting. You can create a free account, and
so
you can run with Google, Microsoft, and Facebook.
So what is this about? Like, are they an agency or something?
It's like an agency.
Well, I can't say anything about them until I've tested them, you know.
Yeah. Because if go on the pricing. So you see, on the free, you can run only one campaign across the free. And if you pay €9, you can run one campaign on Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. and they
So,
give you say on AI optimization, something like that.
so are they going to give a Google Ads account as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you go inside, if you log in, but the interface is quite different. That's why I was a bit reluctant to try it.
So you mean
But
that we would create an ad within their interface and it would,
yeah,
and they would
yeah,
run it in Google Ads?
in Google Ads.
Well, I can't say anything until I've tried it. I'll see if that makes sense, because like I can't say anything until I try it. But yeah, so like, are you clear on these things?
Yeah.
I'll just give you
Can you
these
send me
notes.
this? Yeah.
I'll put these notes in Facebook. Okay, so this is where I would
Okay.
like to finish this particular subject.